Hello, my name is Ryan Zakos with Zakos Realty. I'm a licensed real estate broker out of Sarasota, Florida. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the 10 reasons why I chose Sarasota. Now, first, I want to be transparent. The title's a little deceptive because really Sarasota chose me. I was born and raised in Sarasota, but I did move away to go to college in Virginia. I met my wife in Lynchburg, Virginia, and I lived there for about 6 years, and then we went to South America for 2 years. Now, coming back to the States, we decided that we were going to check out for a year different cities, job opportunities, and see where we wanted to settle. Coming back to Sarasota, we just fell in love with it again. I fell in love with it again. She fell in love with it for the first time. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the 10 reasons after traveling throughout Florida and throughout the States why we believe Sarasota was the place for us. In no particular order, I'm going to go through the 10 reasons why we chose Sarasota. First, I want to talk about sunshine. I didn't realize until I left Sarasota that the rest of the country did not have sunshine year-round. That was kind of a shock when moving to Virginia and experiencing my first winter. There were months where I wouldn't see the sun, and it was actually pretty depressing for me. I definitely took that for granted, and so I wanted to be in a place where I could experience sun year-round. Traffic is another one. Growing up here, people always said, oh, the traffic's horrible in Sarasota. I didn't realize traffic was actually good in Sarasota compared to other places in the state and the country. Even going an hour north or hour south of here, you will experience a lot heavier traffic. In Sarasota, if it's a little slow around a red light, we call it bad traffic. But in the big scope of things, compared to a big city or a larger metropolitan area, Sarasota's traffic is not bad at all. Next, I'm going to talk about the weather. The weather is beautiful 6-7 months out of the year. There's a reason why everyone retires down here, or there's a reason why there's so many what we call snowbirds that are seasonal owners in the area. They're coming down, escaping the cold weather, and enjoying that beautiful winter, spring, and fall weather that we have here. That's something I also took for granted. The winters were harsh, icy. I did not enjoy that. I wanted to be in weather where year-round I could enjoy being outdoors. The next thing is the outdoor lifestyle. So I grew up playing sports year-round, and I took that for granted as well. I didn't realize that in the winter, you're stuck to playing basketball or sports indoors. The college I went to, there were some indoor tennis courts and things like that, but it's a lot different playing indoor sports than it is outdoor sports year round. So I definitely took that for granted. Even in the heat of summer, being able to put a tank top on and go out and hit some tennis balls or shoot some basketballs outside is something that I definitely took for granted. Enjoying that outdoor lifestyle, whether it's sports or paddleboarding or swimming, these things you can do year-round here in Florida. Next thing is the no state income tax. This is a big money saver, and I didn't realize that this wasn't a norm until actually leaving as well. You know, you can save about 5% of tax dollars. You make essentially 5% more in Florida with having that no state income tax. So that is a benefit to living in Florida in general, especially, and then obviously Sarasota. Next thing I want to talk about is beaches and parks. So in going to other cities in Florida and traveling to other places throughout the country, I didn't realize how beautiful these beaches were here on the Gulf Coast of Florida. Going from Anna Maria on the north side to Minnesota Key or Inglewood or Venice on the south side of this area, and everything's within a really short drive. You can enjoy all different types of beaches, from the beautiful white fine sand of Siesta Key to more of that natural preserved rocky feel of Casperson down in Venice. There's a wonderful different types of beaches where you can kind of sneak away to more of a private island beach feel to being on a large commercial public beach. So there's tons of options on the beaches, and then also the state parks are just wonderful here. There's places actually in the area where you could just walk for miles on trails, whether that be on the water itself or inland at Mayaca State Park. There's miles of trails, wildlife, preserve, and it just feels so natural and wonderful. And you know, I didn't realize that this wasn't a norm when traveling outside this area too. So having the Legacy Trail to bike or jog down, walking trails of the state parks, having the wonderful beaches that are so close. This was definitely a reason of why we fell in love with Sarasota and a reason why we chose this to be our home. What I love about Sarasota is it being a small town, but having everything that a big town offers. When living in or traveling to places like New York or Tampa or Nashville or these larger cities, I realized that I love going into these urban areas and enjoying a play or enjoying a comedy theater or enjoying a wonderful restaurant. Sarasota actually has this to offer. Going to an orchestra or an opera or a play or a comedy theater. These are all things that Sarasota actually has downtown right in our backyard that you can enjoy. They're world-class events, whether it's a New York Broadway or a famous band coming into the area. These are things that we see often. Being in Sarasota, you do get those large amenities, those prestigious world-class events in our backyard, but you don't have to deal with the bad things of living in a large metropolitan city. Love that it's a small town, it feels suburbia, but it has everything a large town has to offer. Next thing I want to talk about are the schools. Schools in Sarasota are countrywide renowned as being some of the best. Public schools especially. There's some wonderful private schools as well. The school that comes to mind is Pineview. Pineview is often considered #1 school in all of the country, and it's right here in Sarasota. Sarasota offers school choice, so you can live in different areas and still be able to get into some of these wonderful schools that Sarasota has to offer. Next thing is safety. Sarasota in general is very safe. I feel very secure. I was born and raised here, like I said. Never had an issue with my car being broken into, knock on wood, house being broken into, or anything like that. So I know a lot of people are worried about, especially if they're seasonal owners, their home being vacant for 6 months out of the year, whatever that may be, that there might be people that are looking for that and break into the home. That is generally not the issue, and Sarasota in general is safe, and it actually is above all the natural averages when it comes to those safety thresholds. I actually have a video that I did recently on YouTube that talks about the safety of Sarasota and comparing it to national averages. So check that video out. The last thing I want to talk about is the community and the homey feel of Sarasota. This kind of goes into that small town feel, but with the large town amenities. The Sarasota has a lot of different communities to offer, especially if you're looking at living in Lakewood Ranch or Welland Park. All these little villages or neighborhoods or communities, whatever you want to call them, they usually have social directors and social activities, and Sarasota was wonderful, and it felt like it was its own little community. There's not very many places in the country where you could go sit at a bar and you start engaging a conversation next to you. They have these little tiki hut restaurants on the water where people are just sitting back, relaxing, they're on vacation, or they're living here and it's their lifestyle. But in general, it's a very friendly atmosphere and people enjoy living here. And this is one thing that drew me in, was you could go out and you felt right at home wherever you decided to dine, eat, or kick back and relax. Those are 10 things that drew my family back to Sarasota, and I feel like that would be a wonderful benefit to you to hear that. If you have any questions, concerns, if you just want any advice on maybe different things to do or whatever else, just comment below, shoot me your email, and I'd be more than happy to reach out and we can help you the best we can. I look forward to talking to you more. Please don't hesitate to reach out. Talk to you soon.